All right, so we have Alan Dershowitz, emeritus Harvard Law professor. He's with us right now. It's good to have you, Professor. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you. You know, the new documents also show the beginning of this thing. They show a journalist named Sharon Churcher who puts the idea of naming Alan Dershowitz into Virginia Giuffre's head. There is an exchange of emails where Churcher says to her, well, we know Dershowitz didn't do anything wrong, but put him in the book. It'll help you sell the book. And then she puts me in her book as did nothing wrong. But now, then she for lawyers. And then, of course, she makes the following statement. I was very young at the time. It was stressful. Mr. Dershowitz has from the beginning consistently denied these allegations. I now recognize I may have made a mistake in identifying Mr. Dershowitz. It's time to bring it to an end and move on with our lives. So she admitted that she may have mistaken me. We now know how she mistook me because Sharon Churcher told her to put me in the book to make money. And now we have solved the mystery. I am completely and totally innocent. From the day I met Jeffrey Epstein to the day he died, I have had sexual contact with one woman, the love of my life, my wife. And that's it. And the reason I wanted these papers out, as distinguished from everybody else, I have nothing to hide. I never did anything wrong. I was completely a victim of a frame-up. We now know the source of the frame-up, Sharon Churcher, the book, the lawyers, and now she wants to bring it to an end. She admits that she may have mistaken me for somebody else. And if all the documents come out, it will prove conclusively that she mistook me for somebody else. But not all the documents have come out. There are still some smoking guns that will cast great doubt on the credibility of at least some of the accusers and also some of the accused.
Well, that's okay. The last part there, and full disclosure, I have been living this with Professor Dershowitz. When he was initially accused, he reached out to media to cover it fairly, and he was getting mixed responses. We had him on my morning show at that time at CNN, and he had proof that he wasn't even in the place where he was alleged to have been. Do you believe there were people around Epstein, other than Dershowitz, who knew what he was about on these dark and wicked assaults of young women?
I do. I'll give you an example. I was introduced to Epstein by the Lady Lynn Rothschild, you know, a prominent British lady. And she told me he was a wonderful guy. I didn't want to meet him, but she said, no, you have to meet him. He's very wealthy, and he's connected to Harvard, and he does a lot of things to Harvard. And she knew him intimately. She knew him very well. She's the one who introduced him to Bill Clinton, as far as I know. As far as I know, she introduced him to Prince Andrew. She is at the center of this entire enterprise. And so far, her name hasn't even come up.
But wait, just because she knew him, when you say intimately, how does that mean that she knew he was sexually assaulting underage women?
She knew him in a way that nobody else knew him. She was very, very close to him. At the very least.
Do you think these guys who partied with him, who went to the island or didn't went to the island, how many of the big names that are coming out do you think deserve being splashed all over the way they are?
Well, everybody should be judged on their independent evaluation. I stopped my relationship with him today, personal relationship with him. My wife and I and my daughter were invited to go to his island like months after he bought it. Nobody was on the island. It was being repaired. I had dinner there with Michael Porter, a distinguished professor at Harvard. We talked about economics, we talked about science, and I left. I never saw any young person on the island, but the fact that I was on the island, even though it was here in 1996 or 1997, I was on his plane with Shimon, with Senator Glenn, going to visit Shimon Peres in the home of Leslie Wexner for his birthday. There are so many, and I was, of course, on his plane because I was his lawyer. The whole legal team would fly down on his plane. I would meet with the U.S. attorney, with the district attorney. You can fault me for making too good a deal for Jeffrey Epstein, but that's my job as a lawyer. But I was absolutely framed on the basis of this. It's in the disclosures. Sharon Churcher says, name Dershowitz. It'll help you sell the book. We know he didn't do anything wrong, but, you know, maybe he was there. Maybe he saw something. No, I didn't see anything. And I suspect that many of the people, the President Summers of Harvard, Steve Gould, these distinguished people. We all went to seminars. He conducted them at Harvard, and they were wonderful seminars. And I presented a paper, and others presented papers, and none of us had any suspicion. There may have been some people who did, but I think that Lynn Rothschild has to be questioned. She's at the center of this because she's the one who made all the introductions.
I got you. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.